Good morning, children. In this session, we will see some problems of sum of first n terms of an AP. And in that, the first question is find the sum of first question, the first 1000 positive integers, the first n positive integers. So, first 1000 positive integers. Question is positive integers. So, first question, we know positive integers are 1, 2, 3, etc. Since we are asked to find the sum of first 1000 positive integers, 1000 will be the last term. So, this is a finite AP. We know the last term, that is 1000, and we are asked to find the sum of first 1000 positive integers. Here we can use the formula. We can get first term A is equal to 1, and also you can get the common difference, that is D is also equal to 2 minus 1, which is 1. So, sum of first positive integers, sum formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into b. So, since we are asked to find the sum of first 1000 positive integers, n is equal to 1000. So, S 1000 equal to 1000 by 2 into 2a. A is 1, that is 2 into 1 plus 1000 minus 1 into d again 1. Which means we will get 1000 by 2 is 500 into, again doing the calculation, 2 plus, you will get 1000 minus 1, that is equal to 999. Again, that's equal to 500 into 999 plus 2, you will get as 1001, where you will get it as, that is equal to 500 into 1001 is equal to, the answer is 5,500,000. So, which means the sum of first 1000 positive integers S 1000 is equal to 5,500,000. And second part of the same question, we are asked to find the sum of first n positive integers. Here we are asked to find the sum of first 1000 positive integers, where we know 1000 will be the last term. Here we are asked to find the sum of first n positive integers. So again we have positive integers are 1, 2, 3, etc. n. Since we are asked for n positive integers. Here also a will be equal to 1, d also will be equal to 1. And sum of first n positive integers, you can write it as Sn. You can have the formula for sum of integers, this form an AP, because it is, you can say the common difference will be same everywhere. So you can use the formula of the AP. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, since we are asked to find the sum of first n positive integers, again it is denoted as Sn. Sn is equal to n, it's not given, n positive integers we have to find the sum. So, n equal to n itself, n by 2 into 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into 1. Which means we will get n by 2 into 2 plus, again, n minus 1. That is n minus 1 into 1 is n minus 1. Which means you will get n by 2 into, again, n 2 minus 1 plus 1. So, we have n into, you can rearrange and write as n into n plus 1 by 2. Sn is equal to. So, we have the formula sum of first n positive integers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. So if you are asked to find the sum of positive integers, you do not take up, you can have the formula directly as n into n plus 1 by 2. Next question. How many terms of the AP 24, 21, 18, etc. must be taken so that their sum is 78? So here is the question. We have to first understand what we have to find in the question. Here the question is how many terms of the AP, which means you are asked to find number of terms of this AP where you will get the sum. If the sum is 78, to get the sum as 78, how many terms of the AP must be added? That is what we are asked to find in the question. Which means in this question, we are asked to find the number of terms. And to find the number of terms, the total sum is given. Sum is 78. So taking sum as 78, you have to find how many terms added, you will get the sum as 78. And since the AP is given to us, we will get the first term A. A is equal to 24. And also get the common difference D. D is equal to 21 minus 24, which is equal to minus 3. So we are getting we got first term and also the common difference. We are asked to find the number of terms and also it is given to us. The sum of terms is also given to us. So we can take Sn is equal to 78. We have to find this n number of terms. Again, since A and D are given to us, we can use the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Sum is given, it is 78. So we have to find how many terms of this AP is taken so that the sum is equal to 78. So n we have to find n by 2 into 2A. 2A means 2 into 24 plus n again we have to find n minus 1 into D. D is equal to minus 3. So we'll get from here 78 is equal to n by 2 into, now 2 into 24, it is 48 plus n minus 1 into minus 3, that is will distribute the minus 3 and give, which means you get n into minus 3, that is minus 3n. Now minus 1 into minus 3 it becomes plus 3. Again we can transpose this 2 to this side. So you get 78. Going to transpose this 2. It's common outside. So it's possible for us to transpose 2. Transposing 2 you will get 78 into 2. That's equal to n into, now again you can do the calculations here. 48 plus 3 is 51 minus positive and negative becomes negative minus 3n. So again 78 into 2 you will get it as 156. That's equal to, you will get here 51. Again I am going to distribute, that is I am going to open the bracket giving the n. 551 into n, which is 51n minus 3 in n into n, which means you will get minus 3n square. Again you will get, we can rearrange the equation and I am going to transpose the terms to the LHS. So we will get negative 3n square will come positive 3n square. Here it is positive 51. When I transpose here it becomes minus 51 and here it's already 156 is there. So you get plus 156, that's equal to 0. Which means that when we solve here the equation, you are getting an quadratic equation. Here you have to solve this quadratic equation and get the value of n. Which means that we are using the idea, it's a quadratic equation we have studied quadratic polynomial. So we are using the quadratic polynomial to solve here to find the value of n. And before that you can see 3 is common in all. If you want, you can take 3 outside from all and transpose to the next side. So taking 3 outside, you get 3 n square minus 17n plus, you will get it as 156, 52. That's equal to 0. So, again we can transpose this 3 to the next side. So, we get n square minus 17n plus 52 is equal to 0 by 3 will come, which is again 0. Transposing this multiplication to the next side, that is, it will become as 0 divided by 3, which is 0. Now you can see this part is a polynomial part, and we call this as quadratic polynomial. Since it is equal to 0, you can call it as quadratic equation. So to get the value of n, we have studied in the chapter polynomial. To solve this part, that is, we will take two numbers whose sum is equal to minus 17 and product is equal to 52. Here the numbers are minus 13 and minus 14. It is minus 13 and it is minus 4. Minus 13 plus minus 4, it is minus 17, and minus 13 into minus 4 is 52. So, you will get it as n square minus, using these two numbers we will split the middle term, that is minus 13n and minus 4n, the sum is equal to minus 17 plus 52, that's equal to 0. Next, we have already studied, we will pair and take the common outside. Here in this n is common, so pairing and taking n into n minus 13 will come here, and here minus 4 is common, which means you get minus 4 into n. Here when we take minus sign outside, we have already studied, there will be change in the sign plus, which will change it as minus 13. 13 into 4 is 52. That's equal to 0. So again n minus 13 is common in both. So n minus 13 into n minus 4, that's equal to 0. And from here we will get two values for n. One is n is equal to 13. That is, we will take two products is equal to 0, which means you can take this is equal to 0 or n minus 4 is equal to 0. When you take n minus 13 equal to 0, you will get value of n is equal to 13. When you take n minus 4 is equal to 0, you will get the value of n is equal to 4. But in this case, we can see you are getting two values for n. We are asked to find the question how many terms of the AP must be taken so that the sum is 78. And here after solving, we are getting two answers here, that is 13 or 40. So automatically you will have the confusion that whether the value of n is equal to 13 or the value of n is equal to 4. Here you can see both the values are admissible because you can n is equal to 13 or n is equal to 4 itself. That is, when we add 4 terms of this AP, you will get the sum as 78, or when you add 13 terms of this AP, you will get the sum as 78. It comes because here you can see you are getting the D value as negative. So since D value is negative, you will see that when we continue the AP, it is coming a reducing AP, which means there can be negative terms for this AP after few. That means we got here n is equal to 4. So taking 4 terms of an AP, you will get the sum as 78. So automatically you will have a 5th term, then 6th term and 7th term. which means that you will have a term which corresponds to the term here with the negative sign here afterwards. So that when they add up, you will get the answer as 0 from 5th terms onwards to the 13th term. That means taking the first 4 terms sum, you will get the answer as actually 78. 5th term onwards, if you take the sum, automatically since there will be negative terms, you may get that answer, total adding up answer you may be getting as 0. So both the values are admissible here. The value of n is equal to 13 or n is equal to 4. So when you are asked to find how many terms of the AP, here you can take the answer as number of terms of the AP, the sum is equal to 78 is in 13 or 4. Next question. In an AP given A3 is equal to 15, S10 is equal to 125, find D and A10. So in this question, we will see what all are given condition, and to find here we need to find the common difference D, and also we are asked to find the A10 means 10th term. To find the 10th term, we know we need first term and also the common difference D. So first we have to find the common difference D, and to find the common difference D, we are given 2 conditions, that is third term and sum of first 10 terms are given. So we will take both the condition, and from that we are going to find D and the 10th term. And the first condition is A3. A3 equal to 15. So which means third term of this AP is equal to 15, which means you can write this using the nth term. We have An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A3 can be written as A plus 3 minus 1 into D is equal to 15. So again we get rearranging A plus 2D is equal to 15. So take this as equation number 1. Now S10 is given to us. Again we are using the formula of Sn. To write Sn we studied, it is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here it is S10, n is equal to 10. So S10 is equal to, and also given S10 is equal to 125. This is equal to, right, using the formula we can write it as n is equal to 10. So 10 by 2 into 2a plus 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is 90. And that's equal to 125. Again this we can rearrange again. We'll get as 125 is equal to 10 by 2 is 5. 5 into 2a plus 9d. Now can arrange the equation again here. 5 is common to both the terms here, so you can transpose this 5 to the next side. So multiplication and transpose, it becomes as division. So you will get 125 by 5 is equal to remaining here 2a plus 9d. So again 125 by 5 will get as 25, that's equal to 2a plus 9d. Take it as equation number 2. So we are getting here one equation using the third term, a plus 2d is equal to 15. Second equation using the sum of first 10 terms, that is 25 is equal to 2a plus 9d. And previous class we have seen how to solve if you get two equations like this way. That is, we will take the first equation from here and we will write a in terms of d. So we are going to take the first equation and writing a as a is equal to 15 minus 2d. And next this value of a we will give in the equation number 2, so that we will get a linear equation in D. So giving that equation in equation number 2, you will get 2 into 2a, 2 into 15 minus 2D that's equal to plus 9D that's equal to 25. Again, removing the bracket, you will get as 2 into 15 that is equal to 30. Now 2 into 2D that's equal to 4D, that's plus 9D that's equal to 25. So again 30 minus 4D plus 9D, it is plus 5D that's equal to 25. Which means you get 5D is equal to, again transposing, 25 minus 30. 5D is equal to 25 minus 30 is minus 5. So D is equal to minus 5 by 5, that's equal to minus 1. So value of D is equal to minus 1. Now we are asked to find the common difference D. So we got the first answer, D is equal to minus 1. Next we are asked to find the 10th term A10. So to find the 10th term A10, we are again using the formula of nth term. A10 can be written as A plus 10 minus 1 into D, which is equal to A plus 9D. Now we will substitute every values here. For that D we know we got D as minus 1. Now again we need A, but we have A is equal to 15 minus 2D. You can get the value of A because we got the value of D as minus 1. So again from here again we are solving. A is equal to 15 minus D 2D, that is 2 into minus 1. So we will get it as 15 minus 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. That minus and this minus will become positive. So 15 plus 2 that's equal to 17. So here we got the value of A as 17. So we'll get A10 is equal to A value, we got it there, giving the value of D in the equation 1. So we'll get 17 plus 9 into D. D is minus 1. Which means you'll get 17 minus 9. 9 into 1 is minus 9. 17 minus 9. That will get the value of A10 is equal to 17 minus 9 is equal to 8. A10 is equal to 8. So 10th value equal to 8.